don't know who that is.
I do. Go on, break us off. And you live with her? Yes, you take. Does she work?
Well, no. I have adopted her.
Ah.
After I was stood up at the altar 26 years ago. That's wise ways.
Oh.
I shut myself to the cruelty of the world. And I have a dear adopted daughter, Stella, who I've taught to break the hearts of many
See, they're putting their stamp they're putting
Running out these pieces of wood.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
Hiya, Candy.
I'm busy making smudgy proofs.
Oh, good.
like this guy, and I've got cameras, so there's some photos and whatever. So what?
Cone press. I think you can figure out why it's called a cone press. This is the sort of press that, for example, a Civil War general could take out into the field and have a couple of civilians or a couple enlisted men set the height and operate the press. And then anytime he had orders that needed to be printed up in quantity and sent out, he could hand it to them. They could print it up in under an hour and have it ready to go. Anyway, though, we have a variety of seasonal cuts here. Santa on his sleigh, Santa on the phone, a couple of different wreaths, snowflake, angel, a book, Christmas decorations, and a lamp in front of a shuttered window. Okay, well, it is a rather popular cut.
Give you this.
Yes, yes.
It's so interesting how this all works.
Usually works better with a little bit of space in between. And it's a little big to work well as a folding card. Now, what we have here is printer's ink. It's a sticky, oily, heavily pigmented goo. Now, if you'll take the brayer here and roll it lightly over the form. Yes, let the weight of the brayer do all the work. That should be enough.
I didn't push it down at all. I just...
Yeah, let the weight of the brayer do the work. Okay, and if you'll take the handle.
You like this? How many times?
Just
Oh, over
once.
this.
Right.
Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? Back and back? No. Oh, cool. And when you put it down, I said, oh, that's going to come out really crooked. But it didn't. Well, it did a little, but not bad at all. That is...
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were waiting for. So this is a. It's called Baby Colombian. It's from. Oh, you're filming me.
Yes, I am.
So good morning.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to the International Printing Museum.
Well, thank you.
We have here what is called the Baby Colombian, 1860, and is a modern version of what used to be a leather press machine. This is not for professional use; is more for a domestic use. And as you can see, it's a claw press machine because you want to use this claw and press it down. This roller here, if you can, I don't know if you can see from there, will go up to this plate that we pre-inked. The roller will bring the ink down to the illustration, which is a mug plate mounted on wood. And at the same time, this plate where we place our paper in this way will press the paper against the woodcut. So we press. We don't have to.
Very nice.
We don't have to actually use a roller to put the ink on the illustration.
Good. Thank you.
Do you want to try to print the
What we have here, you might want to come around a little bit because you're going to want to see the front of the press. This is a tabletop Albion from the mid-1800s, early portion of the mid-1800s, and it is the miniature version of a considerably larger full-size press, an Albion hand press made in England. You can see the coat of arms here. It's one of the wonderful things about this press is the intricacy of the castings, and that included obviously the coats of arms of England. So, without further ado, we're printing some bookmarks here, alphabet bookmarks. First one to ink up. Unlike the press over there, that automatically inks essentially. You have to do it all yourself here. This is why it's the old school. On the full-size press, you might have a couple people doing it for you. There we go. Nice even inking. Take one of the pieces of paper here. Very careful to only get one. The tolerance is very tight on these. Set it into our timpan here. This is the timpan and frisket. Timpan is made out of timpan paper. It's like a waxed parchment, and it keeps it, enables us to clean it a little bit easier when we get ink on it. Frisket comes down over, goes off, make sure that the paper doesn't drop out. And we do this, lay it down, roll it under until it stops. One motion across, roll it back out. There we go.
What's going on there, Governor? What you got there?
And who are you?
There's a little circle in there.
Yeah.
It almost looks like an eye.
Amazing.
It almost looks like someone might be looking out of there. Is there anyone in there?
Yes, there is. This little man, he draws very quickly.
Never seen anything
And so
quite
he's sitting
like
in there, and he's drawing your picture.
Really?
Yes.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
How much does one of those things fetch?
Oh, about 3 pence.
3 pence? Oh no, it'd be worth much more than that.
No.
You know, that press over there is quite the wonder. You know, oh dear, you got too tight a grip on it there, Governor.
Yeah.
I think I'll take my leave.
Okay. So tell me about this place.
Well, the International Printing Museum was started in Buena Park 21 years ago by our curator, Mark Barbour, and 2 other folks. One was Ernie Lindner, and then another guy by the name of Jacobson. And together they opened the facility there. We were there for almost 10 years. We had to move because of freeway widening, and here that brought us to this area. We have a lot less space here, and so what you see is just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. We have a number of Fruhoff trailers in storage at the Orange Empire Railway Museum and also some at the LA Times that contains a lot more equipment. The difference between this and many other museums is that we call this an operating museum, and that most of our equipment works. And we use it to demonstrate and tell the history of printing. And we also do some projects. We have opened the Book Arts Institute out in back, where we teach a number of different classes, including letterpress, paper making, print making throughout the year. And currently here today is our third Dickens program of 2011, I should say, where we have 3 shows a day telling the story of the Christmas Carol. It's done by our in-house artist, our actor Phil Sawinski, who does Ben Franklin throughout the rest of the year for our programs for the children and the adults. It's a fine program. The next program we have coming up will be a celebration of Ben Franklin's birthday in January. And the museum is open every Saturday from 10 to 4, and then during the week by appointment.
When he was 7 years old, his father asked him what he wanted to be. He said, "I want to be a seaman." His father says, "Not going to be a seaman. I have volunteered you to sign this little paper, your indenture, for 12 years," because he was younger than most. "You're going to work for your older brother as a printer. You want to work for your older sister or older brother for 12 years? Be their slave, do their scrub floor, do that, do it. That's what happened. Best thing that ever happened to him, because he only finished 3rd grade. Printers print books, and Franklin learned to be a printer, and he learned. And he had a good mind, and he learned, and that's how he developed to be the great inventor he was. So what did he invent? What did he invent? Lightning. He didn't invent lightning. He found it. He found it. What did he invent?
The lightning rod.
The lightning rod. Bifocals. Swim fins. Didn't know that one, did you? He had swim fins. Made swim fins look like frog paddles. Franklin stove. Over 50 inventions credit to Benjamin Franklin. Many are still in use today. The lightning rod, bifocals, no, trifocals, swim fins. They've been modified some, but they're...
So, Father Christmas.
Now, where do you want me to take it to? Sure.
Hi. So what are you doing wandering around?
What's that?
I said, and why are you wandering around the museum?
Because there's nowhere else to go.
Ah, and why is that?
Because I'm locked in this building.
Ah. And which one of Dickens' books are you from?
That's a good question. It's Father Christmas. It's more of a historical character than basically from the books.
Ah.
4-color, all letterpress produced brochures, all talking about their miles they're doing. They had a total of 4 different products. They also made calendars. They also produced, let's see, almanacs. Here we go. Here they produce an almanac. Every now and then they do something like a songbook. They also even had joke books.
That Scrooge is such a bugger! I heard that.
What I do? Well, my name is Wilcom Clobber. I'm the ward of David Copperfield, you know. Have you seen him about anywhere? No? Well, I'm here to help Dr. Campbell on Fleet Street with his electrostatic generator. No home should be without it. Therefore, it has many, many uses. In fact, it has been used to cure the gout, the vapors, the arthritis, heart problems, problems of the heart, and even has cured a cat of asthma. That's where the term shock of the puss comes from, that we cured a cat of asthma. Well, besides that, we have a parson in the country there, and he has one of these because of his loquacious and tautological sermons. He tends to put people to sleep. Therefore, he has an electrostatic generator, which recharges, shall we say, his parishioners. So you see, you should have one of these in your home or be in part of the investment of the electrostatic generator. There are a few other items that I could tell you about, but being that it might be mixed company, I have to pass on those now. But I hope that you will visit Dr. Campbell or you will see me about investing in an electrostatic generator. And by the way, this gentleman can help you with that.
I should be doing that for him, you know.
Okay, thank you so much. Very interesting.
Just catching up with everything. Anything I can fit under the screen. So screen printing is used for a variety of things, but it's basically hand operated. You pull a squeegee, you put the screen over top, and it's basically slow, but it's good for things. School notebooks, t-shirt, 90% of the t-shirt is screen printed. And it's become very sophisticated. We do it here, and it works very well. It's a very good thing. We're doing small quantities.
Okay.
How are you? How are you today? Cindy, it fits. I have affinity for it. Not knowing it, but I have affinity for it. Yours that color for your husband? Yeah.
His was when he was a prison.
Thank you very much, ladies. Enjoy your stay.
It's like going down to Borders Books with a suitcase full of $100 bills, placing it on the counter, live.
wonderful. Loved it.
Would come back again, and I hear it's one of those that you have on different seasons of the year.
Yeah. Well, this is every year at this time.
And then I think that somebody said that they had one, what was it, February?
Oh, there's one at Franklin's birthday. And Phil again plays Franklin. And it's worth seeing, believe me. You enjoyed the show?
Very much. I cannot believe I won then. He had so much talent, absolutely amazing. Perform for over an hour.
Yes. Well, you'll have to come for when he plays Franklin the next time.
Sorry?
When he plays Franklin.
When he plays Franklin? Yeah. When will that be?
In February, I believe. You can find it on the site, which is printmuseum.org. So did you have a good time?
It was very good. Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah. It's really fun.
He is.
And then in 1890, crank up the machine. Sure, crank up the machine.
You want to get started?
You're getting a little.
Sure.
What's that?
Open the crisp.
And then we have some stocking stuffers, some last minute shopping. Christmas party. Yeah, tomorrow. You got your bread on, that's good. Yeah, they have gingerbread and
So who is that old man there?
Fagin.
Fagin? What does he do?
Well, he teaches me how to pick pockets, and I've been doing it for a couple years now.
Really? Are you good at it?
Well, sort of.
Pardon?
Sort of.
Okay.
Make it a lot easier. So this was one of them. It's called the simplex machine. Thorne, a guy named Thorne invented it. So you sit here and you type. We even have the original manual for this, and it talks about you have to strike the keys like chords to be sure that the type doesn't run into one another.
Oh.
So as the machine, as you trip it, the type comes out here, is pushed up here on chords like this, comes across here, you can make any corrections and drop into the galley over here. And it did not do any spacing, however, so you had to have two people operating. He's the operator and she's the spacer.
Oh,
yeah. So they would be taking spacing material out of here and dropping it into the galley. Now from there we go to the proof press and then onto the press. We know of about 1,200 of these machines that were made. And this picture I found on eBay, and this is Peoria, Kansas in 1904. And there, if you look, you can see the type marching across. Isn't that great?
Wow.
Isn't that wonderful?
There it is, stacking up.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Undoubtedly, the owner's wife, dressed in her cotton outfit. Isn't that great?
Who won the contest?
Yeah, right.
No, who? The $10,000.
Well, I'll tell you,
Oh.
the Linotype company won it.
Oh, so these guys didn't win.
No. But here was another entrant into that.
Oh.
One of my favorites. This was invented by a guy named John Raphael Rogers. He was a teacher by day and a crazy inventor by night. And the way this one works, you see hanging up in the back, each one of those is a mold, a matrix. So you type on here and those drop down, and you see they align themselves. This would put in the spacing material, and you turn this crank, and molten lead would turn over and go into the little molds along the side. And a line would drop out here, and then when we were through with it, you just skip it up.
Recycle it.
And it'll all go back. Yeah.
That's great.
And this is what it would do. A line of type.
Right. Neat.
Isn't that great?
That is great. Wow.
So the machine that was the big winner was the Linotype machine over there. And they'll tell you all about it. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just love it.
We gotta go. Thank you.
And let's face it, in the 19th century, upper class people especially went through social stationery by the ream. And so, at any rate though, we have an assortment of seasonal cuts. And if you had your name set on the Linotype over there, we can also print from that.
Okay. What are some of these? What's this?
That is Two Angels.
So the Linotype is the same width as that?
Yes, yes.
Going back and forth on the
Yeah, foundry type, Linotype cuts, they're all made to a measurement that's called type pi. At any rate though, select something.
This young man here is known as Brooks.
And do you have your name set on the Linotype? No? Okay. Now let's see. We have a variety of different papers that we can use. This is a little too wide for the tags, but it'll fit well on this. Okay, take the brayer and turn it so that the foot is pointing up. Yeah, and run it back and forth across the ankle. And now, roll it over the cut there. Magnets on that, but we're inked. Yes. Yes, it's a shortcut called press magnets. Because they're normally used on paper presses. If we were going into production on this, we would use lock it up with a lot more furniture and lock it up using given that we're doing a lot of one-offs, we would it'd take forever.